I built Lighthouse Iron Farm. It looks really beautiful, and also it's very productive, especially with my item sorter and shulker loader. This is really great farm, and it looks so nice. However, there is one big problem. Well, okay, problem is not really big, but it's important for me. This lighthouse just standing in the middle of water, just floating there. So I need to build a bridge to connect it to my island. And you know, I want this bridge to add more aesthetic to my island. I want it to fit the environment, but also add something to it. And I don't know if you noticed, but I actually have 2 doors leading from this lighthouse. So I'm not just gonna build one bridge, I will make 2. But the second one is not gonna be bridge, you'll understand later when you'll see it. So for the main bridge, I wanted to have very similar palette to my village and also lighthouse. So I will use deep slate and warp planks. But instead of using sandstone, I want to use bamboo. I think bamboo has very good blocks for building bridges, and it still will fit very well with the sandstone that I have in my other builds. So first I'm starting from building a floor. So the base of the bridge will be 7 blocks wide. Cobbled deep slate, block of bamboo, 3 bottom spruce planks, then bamboo and cobbled deep slate again. I use bottom planks here to add a little bit of texture to the floor. I like it a little bit more than just having straight floor. The first section will be 4 blocks long, but it's only in my case. This section can be longer or shorter depending on how much space do you need. Also, I leave some space for terraforming of my lighthouse. I want my bridge to curve up, therefore I use top slabs over here and then build bamboo and cobbled deep slate just like that. And then just add some bottom slabs. This way the transition to higher block will be quite smooth and easy to walk through. Now I continue to building 2 additional blocks to have 3 in total. And then going up just like that, exactly like in previous time. This section will be 4 blocks long, 1 block more than previous one, and then going up 1 more block again, and then another 4 block section. So in the end you have starting line. This one can be any length, whatever you need. Then section with 3 blocks, 4 blocks, and another 4 blocks. After this we are doing something different. I want the middle part to be a little bit wider, because I wanted to have observing platform. So this part will be 9 block long. And from now on, repeat the pattern from the other side to connect it to the shore of the island. So you can see how it looks from the outside. The bridge is going up and the curvature is not too steep. And for the central part, that is a little bit wider. Instead of using bamboo block, I'm using bamboo mosaic. I think it adds a little bit of color variation and a little bit of color accent. Well, you don't want to fall down from your bridge, so now it's time to build some railings. I will use bamboo mosaic to build some support beams. In the beginning of the bridge, I put 2 blocks of mosaic and 3 bamboo fences on top of each other. For the remaining of the bridge, I will use 1 block of mosaic like that, with 3 fences on top. Just like that. And now for the railings itself, I need to create block I have never done before, and for that I need to strip a lot of bamboo. I have never crafted hanging signs, so I really look forward to use them in my builds. So in the smaller section of my bridge, I will place 3 hanging signs back to back, just like that. It works so well as a railing, just look at it! And not only it looks perfect, it actually prevents you from jumping, so it's actually ideal for this purpose. What do you think? However, in the center I will do something a little bit different. I want to add a little bit of color variation. Therefore I will use spruce, fences and gates. Just like that. Now it's time to build the roof. The support of the roof will be done from the bamboo mosaic again. I just really like this block and want to use it again. There are so many different blocks that could have worked here very well, but I choose mosaic because I can and I will. Now I will use deep slate tiles, deep slate tile slab and some stairs and connect all of these support beams. Luckily in this bridge design, you don't really need to be block accurate. Trust me, this design is very forgiving if you place one block a bit differently than it's supposed to be. So for now, I will be mostly using slabs to connect it all together and kind of repeat the shape of the bottom part. At the entrance of the bridge, I don't want to have one flat line. Therefore, I will create this roof a little bit curved, so it will be pointing upward both in the middle as well as on the sides. This curve on the roof is reflecting the other curves that I have in my other builds. So there is a lot of consistency that ensures that all of the buildings are in the same style, which is quite helpful when you want to create a cohesive village. And the corner of the roof will be very easy. I used very similar designs that I have on the other roofs. 2 slabs looking to the side and 1 slab up, just like that. And now I can place some lanterns for extra light. I don't want anyone to spawn here accidentally and blowing up this beautiful bridge. Now I just replicate it on the other side of my bridge and I can continue building the remaining of the roof. So the inside will be made from the warped slabs and I will place them in the way to be 1 block higher than the edge, just like that. Simple yet effective. I need to make it a little bit higher so it's visible from the outside. If it was flat, the roof would be very flat and that's not nice. And the same rule goes for the very next line. It will be 1 more half slab higher. Not only it will be visible from the outside, it also creates a texture to the roof. It's gonna look really nice, trust me. And the middle of the roof will be done from yet another block, cobbled deep slate. And again, it will be another half slab higher, of course to be visible. I will repeat the process on the other side, identically, as well as on the other side of the bridge. However, the roof on the center is a little bit different. Instead of building it only from slabs, I'm using stairs to make the roof a little bit higher. Also, I built raised corners on those corners that are towards the outside. This will kind of separate the center observing station from the rest of the bridge, only visually of course, and it will create a very nice center point. Center of the roof is 3 blocks wide, and I kind of want to trick it into being pointy, and I will create an illusion using polished walls. I will place them just like that, and also I will add some lanterns to make sure that nothing will spawn on top of the roof. Also, I will come back later and will place lightning rod on top, so you can see where I'm going with the shape of this roof. I really think it looks very nice, and you can actually see how it actually belongs here, and it looks so cute. But at the same time, it's simple enough, but I'm not done yet. Oh no, it still needs some work. First of all, I need some decorations, and some bamboo fences will help me with that. It will add more support to the structure and a little bit more texture. And in the middle, I will use a mixture of fences and gates. You will see how much it will change how the bridge looks. It's some very simple details, but it's the details that matter when you want to create your perfect design. It looks so much better already, and if you noticed, I also added few lanterns, just to be sure it's well lit. The bridge is becoming more and more alive. I really like how it looks, but you know, it's still lacking some decorations. Although it's looking quite nice from the outside, I kind of think it's still lacking in the inside. It still needs a little bit more, and very easy way to correct that is to add a little bit of greenery. This time I decided to use some pots. So I will put some big pots in the corners, place some flower pots on top of them, and plant azaleas, and place some flowering azalea leaves on top. Such small detail, but it adds so much more life. The other thing that I can do is to add even more overhanging leaves all around this place. I want them to hang from the roof. It will make so much more sense once you see it. It looks so much better already. I had to stop myself from overdoing it. Placing too much leaves is also a thing. The other detail that I want to use is to add some glowberries. But remember to trim them, just like that, so they don't overgrow way too much. They add some ambient light, as well as some greenery. And the glow of the glowberries is quite subtle, but it makes a difference. Ow! What's happening? The disadvantage of building at night. No one respects your work. They're just attacking. That was rude. Good that I have very good armor. Let me place the last berry and I will deal with that rude drowned zombie. Where are you? Come out. Where are you? Well, I will use this moment to appreciate this bridge a little bit more. It looks so good. You know, I could have stopped here, but I was thinking that this bridge is a little bit too long to stay without the support beams. I really need to add some support beams over here. For that, I will use some cobalt deep slate, stairs and slabs, and I will create some smaller archway to make sure it's structurally sound. And yeah, it's floating on the water. I will need to add some support beams going all the way to the bottom of the ocean floor. I will use spruce for that, but I will need to spend a lot of time at my tree farm. And unfortunately, I haven't had much time. So for now, the bridge will float on top of the water. But don't worry, eventually I'll do that. At some point. So I made the support beams from one side, and you can see how it goes. Now I need to build same ones from the other side, and it will be complete. And I believe my bridge is done. It looks so beautiful. I really like how it looks. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments. I will really appreciate your feedback. But for now, I promised you different bridge. It will connect my village with the other side of the lighthouse. But it's not gonna be bridge necessarily. I had this inspiration from Asian parks. Sometimes you have these floating rocks as a walkway in lakes or rivers. And some sort of gates. And I wanted to recreate this in my world. I know it doesn't really make sense to have it in the ocean. Luckily there are no waves in Minecraft world, so I don't need to worry about them. They can float there, and it's gonna look nice, trust me. Oh look, I spotted a parrot. It was just floating around the iron farm. What are you doing here, buddy? Let's be friends. How did you even get here? Yep, this iron farm doesn't only spawn golems. Didn't expect parrots. I think he belongs here, inside the iron farm. I can hang out with him when I'm here, collecting my iron or poppies. I think parrot is great addition to the design of this interior. How should I name him? So, as I said before, since this bridge is done, it's connecting this exit of the farm to the front door. However, I want to connect this side door to the main village, so creating that walkway that I mentioned would be perfect. Also, I built this lighthouse in the way that it's connected to the center of that house. Perfectly calculated. So first, I'll start from building one line. Now I expand every other line and remove one connecting block. So I have these bamboo logs that are 3 blocks wide, and on every 5th one I will create a small torii gate, and it's gonna be very easy one. I put 2 deep slate fences just like that. smooth deep slate fences on top of it. 2 of them. Three acacia fences on top of each other. Connect it all with bottom slabs. And put double slabs on each side. Then add acacia fences and gates in the middle, just like that. And some lanterns on each side, and the gate is ready. Very easy, very simple, very effective. I built this walkway very symmetric and very easy. However, in your world, you can make parkour out of it. If you skip some lines, make them a little bit shorter, and place some to the right or to the left, you can create enough variation. And as I said before, make parkour out of it. I think it's quite fun to jump over it. Just make a challenge for yourself and jump through it as fast as you can without falling into water. You can even make competition. Whatever I made right now is very easy. But if I have to do it very fast, it's still a bit challenging. I think it's so fun. And it's connected to this house. So whenever I make any decorations inside, it will tie all these builds together. So what do you think about this build? It's so easy, but it adds so much. By the way, I came up with ideal name for my parrot. The idea just came to me randomly, and I couldn't resist. Normally I have problem with naming my animals. I have so many cats and dogs and parrots, and they still don't have names. You know, you can suggest name in a comment, and if it's something nice, I will listen to you. So if you want to contribute to this world, you know you can do that, right? But there is only one perfect name for this parrot in the iron farm. Nugget! It's perfect because it's white. It looks exactly like iron nugget. I know. I'm too creative. I have to be contained. Don't judge too hard. I love it. Nugget! My favorite name now. Today I built 2 bridges and I really like how they both look. They are very different between each other, but each adds something special. My island is becoming more and more full. But this place is so empty. I promised I will build the garden here. I promised it long time ago, but now I think I don't really have excuses to delay it anymore. Are you gonna build any of these bridges in your world? You can always follow my video. Feel free to ask me any questions you want. And if you really like what I do, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm a very small creator, so every single subscription, every single like, every single comment, they matter so much. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to support me, you know what to do. It costs you literally nothing, but it means the world to me. Thank you so much for being here, and please check out my other videos. So until the next episode, bye!